My dad retired early. He retired when he was 62 and he was on holiday and he was shot. He was shot and killed. And the person who shot him was just a 13-year-old Aboriginal boy. Okay, I'm Helen Seivers. I'm a sculptor and an installation artist. Found materials to me come with this fantastic history. Like, I like to work with domestic objects because they talk about us. They talk about me as a woman, and they also refer to, if we're talking about the environment, perhaps the domestic responsibility in looking at climate change. So I might put a Banksia, for instance, inside a house, a welded house shape. And what I'm talking about there is that Banksias are just mown down and replaced with houses. At the time of my father's death, I let myself be influenced, if you like, by that incident. And for 20 odd years, I didn't hold Aboriginal people in very high esteem. In my final year at uni, I went to work at Bunbury Prison, and it came as quite a surprise to me that my class was full of Noongar men. I really liked those men, and I couldn't balance the event of my father's death and me really liking these men. And then after learning about colonial history from Aboriginal people, I could see a connection to why a 13-year-old boy would steal a rifle and shoot someone he'd never even spoken to. So for 15 years, I tried very hard to find him, to tell him that I understood and that I could totally forgive him. And that's when I processed it. By making the art, by putting all those stories together, by finding all the layers of this very complex situation and putting them all together. I did find him, but it was too hard for him to meet with me. There was too much shame. But just recently, we found the courage and we have met. And we've done some amazing healing, and for both of us. And that started me on a huge, huge journey. Not only a journey into how I made art, how I expressed myself, but a journey where I wanted to communicate to other people what I'd learned. I suppose the guiding principle of the way I teach art is just to enable people to express themselves in their way. So by using the materials they want to use, or by making the forms that they want to make. I really enjoyed teaching my friends how to use dangerous tools that they could kill themselves with. Also, when they used these tools, I noticed what it did to them, how they changed over the day, how they didn't shy away from the sparks from the angle grinders anymore. It really did something for their confidence. They stopped thinking about what's troubling them in the outside world. They're totally engrossed, and they safely make this object. And it's a transformation. It's a journey where they transform themselves from being very fearful to being really comfortable using these tools. I've done quite a lot of fire sculpture in my life. For me, fire has this layer to it that refers to cleansing. It refers to things being done and we don't have to revisit them again. It refers to rebirth, so like rising like a phoenix from the flame. And if we think about my Banksia fire pit, what's relevant there is that without fires, Banksias don't shed their seed, they can't regrow. So Banksia needs fire to regrow.